Could you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, of course.
Baby, take control of me. I'm calico. I'll say something for you.
Hi, my name's Ashika Reddy. I am a 16-year-old pop R&B artist in Toronto.
Okay. Could you tell us when you started to do music?
I started music probably ever since I was a little kid. Like I was always singing. Um, when I was little, I used to sing like nursery rhymes, and my mom would film me in our like tiny little apartment and like post them on YouTube. So that was my start for music, and then it just kind of kept on growing and expanding. And I think around when I was 13, I started to write my own songs, which was so cool because it's like to have a piece of work out there that was my own is like so exciting. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, so you've always liked music. What attracted you to the music world?
Honestly, I can't even remember. Like, music has just always been a part of my life. Like, I don't think I had any other goal or dream. Like, I swear, I came out and I wanted to do music. I always loved singing in general.
Yeah.
So, I think it just kind of evolved from that.
Okay. So who did you listen to while you were growing up?
When I was growing up, I listened to a lot of like One Direction. Um,
Yes, rest in peace.
Zayn Malik. I listened to all the pop girls like Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
Sabrina Carpenter was a huge one growing up. I think I really like expanded my like listening genres once I started getting a little older and figuring
yeah,
out exactly what I liked. But when I was growing up, yeah, it was definitely like Fifth Harmony, like the big pop stars.
yeah. What did your friends say when they started seeing you creating your own music? Friends
Um,
and
they were really supportive. Like I was really scared to share it with like people my age
yeah,
because I mean like it's scary, you know what I mean?
yeah, it
So,
is. Yeah, no.
but I was lucky enough that my friends were really supportive and they still are. They love everything that I make and I always show them my songs before I release them to get some insights and stuff. So yeah, I love them so much. They're really supportive.
So could you tell us how you go about making your music while you're in the studio, how the environment is?
Yeah, for sure. I I love to freestyle, so normally I would get a beat that I liked or a producer made for me, and I would just freestyle a bunch of melodies. Sometimes I'll go in with like a theme or something that I want to write about, but most times it's honestly just feeling what the music feels like for me and what story I want to tell. And once I get the right melodies for it, I start writing lyrics. Sometimes, I don't know, it's like very different each time, but sometimes I'll write lyrics and melodies, it just kind of comes out at the same time. Or sometimes I'll sit with the song for like a couple days and then I'll figure out what exactly I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been able to work with a Grammy-winning producer. Could you
Mhm.
tell us who it is and who he's worked with in the past?
Yeah, so right now I'm working with a producer called Jonathan. He actually produced a track for Ariana Grande,
Yeah,
and I think he produced a bunch of tracks for Mooney Long's new album, which is so cool. And then in the past, I worked with Chris Gray for I think my first single. So he's like a Juno nominated producer. He's amazing and he's doing great right now. He's
yeah.
kind of went into an artist view, so he makes his own music too, which is so cool. But they're both super incredible to work with. They're so talented. It's very inspiring.
So what has been the biggest tip that they've given you about being an artist?
I think Chris, he really told me to just kind of make the music that I wanted to make. I think like when I worked with him, I was 14, so I was still figuring out what exactly I liked or who I wanted to be and who I wanted the world to kind of see me as. So his biggest thing was just stop caring what everyone else is saying about you or your music or what they want you to make
Yeah.
is and just make music for you and make the music that you like and so you know that it's authentic.
So how would you describe your music to someone that hasn't listened to it before?
I think my music is it's R&B and pop. It has a lot of different kind of genre bends. I
Yeah,
would say my lyrics are very catchy and melodious. Um, Sometimes they're very funny. I love like using word plays and just out of the box lyrics in some of my songs. And the new stuff that I'm writing now is definitely a lot more, I think, deeper and more mature than just kind of surface level feelings. It's
yeah.
very like complex. So I'm really excited, yeah, for the new EP that people will be listening to soon, very soon.
Okay, so let's talk about your new EP and your new single as well.
Yeah. So my new single, Want It came out in August and it was so cool. It was definitely like a big step for me because it was kind of a new genre. Like I've never really done any like Afro pop kind of music. I kind of stayed in my like R&B pop world. So
Yeah,
that was like a huge step for me. It was totally out of my comfort zone, but I'm so glad I did it because it showed me that I can do different genres and that I'm not just kind of stuck in my own box. Like I can make a country song tomorrow, you know what I mean?
mm,
So yeah, I'm really grateful that I did that. But it is in my new EP. It's called Look at Me, and it is a bunch of songs of different sides of me, essentially, like things that I observe, things that I haven't shown to my fans just yet.
yeah.
So it's like my first piece of like art really that I'm putting out into the world. So I'm so excited for that.
You did some performances over the summer. Could you tell us about them and how the experience was?
Yeah, I did. I performed at the Honey Jam showcase this summer, which was such like an amazing opportunity and time. Like
Yeah,
that was my first time performing at TD Music Hall, which is such an amazing venue, and also performing with like a live band. Like I've never done that before, so it was so cool just being a part of it and being and working with like all these other artists and seeing how they're doing their
yeah.
music and it was really cool also because I was a lot younger than everyone, so everyone it was just very like nurturing and inspiring to see all those amazingly talented like women just doing what I love doing as well.
Okay, so what's the difference to you doing live performance in front of a crowd and working in the studio?
Oh my gosh, it's such a big difference. Like the energy is just so different. I feel like during the performance, like people were singing me back my lyrics. Like that was like so crazy that people like singing the lyrics that I wrote back to me was
Yeah,
just like insane. So that just it's just a whole different feeling. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like being in the studio, it's so amazing, but it's very like I'd say personal. It's very comfortable because I'm in like a safe space. Sometimes I even record vocals in my own home. So it's
yeah.
very like comfortable. So being on stage is just like experiencing what I create myself with like all these different people, and it's just like the energy in that room is so crazy.
Okay, so where could we get your music?
You can find my music on all streaming platforms, and you can follow me on all my social media. It's under the same name, at underscore Ashika Reddy. And then if you search up Ashika Reddy on whatever streaming platform that you love to listen to music on, I'm on there.
So what do you want everyone to take away from your music when they listen to it?
I think I think my music is honestly to just make people feel good. Like
Yeah,
I think people I think that's like the main reason I do music, for people to really feel something and just take away something from my music, and think about the lyrics or think about the melody or how it makes them feel, like. But in general, just, yeah, just like feeling good once you're listening to it, and just
yeah.
feeling very joyful and happy, and yeah.
So is there anything else that you want your listeners to know about yourself that they may not know?
um I think a lot of people don't know, but I'm Indian, so I'm South Indian. So
Yeah,
this is like a really different thing for me. Like I haven't seen a huge South Indian like pop star before, so that I think would be my like biggest goal, to kind of
yeah.
bridge the gap in like Western music, to have someone who like looks like me and grow up with that, and just kind of tell all these like talented, amazingly talented like musicians and artists who are Indian like myself, that there's a place for us in the industry, and that we can do this and we can make music that we love. So I think that's something that I would want all my fans to know about me.
Okay, before we leave, I always ask this question because sometimes it comes into fruition after it's happened. Which artist out there would you love to collab with?
Oh my goodness. Gosh, there's so many. I think I would love to one day collaborate with SZA. Like, she is
Yeah.
such a musical like inspiration for me. So just to be like, honestly, just to be in the same room as her would literally be so amazing. But to collaborate on a song would actually like make my world. Like, that would be absolutely amazing.
Hopefully that comes through.
Yeah, I'm manifesting it right now.
Yeah.